What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and take a look at this. Finally, almost a year after the game has been released, and so long after the characters you see to the left and right were released, we have our third addition to the Bioshock Infinite figure franchise from NECA. It is the Motorized Patriot, looking like George Washington himself. And I'll tell you what, good things come to those who wait, because this is one of the cooler looking figures you're gonna see for a movie. I'm sorry, for a video game, anytime soon. What we have is the Motorized Patriot, and if you've played Bioshock Infinite, which by the way was my 2013 game of the year, you will know all too well. These guys are a pain in the ass. They come with a turret, and they are like mechanical statues in the museums that kind of tell the history of the United States. So, what you can see, I've got Elizabeth to the left, and the boys of. I forget what the one on the right's called, to be honest with you. I haven't played the game in a while. It's like the Boys of Sound, or I always was calling them the Boys of Summer, but I know I was getting it wrong. In any event, I'm going to go ahead and move Elizabeth and sound guy over here out of the way so we can focus on the Patriot himself. So G-Dubs is looking pretty sweet. He has this. He has two heads, first of all. So it's almost like they borrowed from their Terminator line a little bit, and had the mechanical head that kind of comes if you shoot George Washington's head off, or he falls apart in the game. Getting him to hold this turret is a bit of a challenge. Not turret, but you guys know what I mean. It's a bit of a challenge. The arms are not the most poseable arms in the world. He's barely holding it up, and the piece that he holds onto right there is a little brittle. I was worried I was going to break it a couple times, but other than that, that very, very slight complaint, this thing is dope. Everything about it they nailed. It looks like he's a real person. This is kind of where I compare it to the Terminator a little bit, because it looks like he's a real person, but then you kind of move him around and you see that the robot parts are popping out in various places, especially with that arm. I was a little worried about the right arm because I wasn't really sure if it was going to pose the way I wanted it to. There's a really good close look at him. His eyes are two different colors. You can kind of see the other helmet or face or head, however you want to do it. The turret does spin. So that one right there does spin. And this little turret does actually kind of rotate. If you do that, obviously you can't really do anything with that from the figure's perspective. But yeah, you can see the tattered jeans and everything. He is pretty big. He's pretty heavy. He's going to fall if I hold him up back here, but actually, let's see if he's going to fall. He did not fall. Okay, perfect. So, I can zoom out a little bit. You can see my lighting situation. That's kind of how you put them together back there. So, all in all, just a really outstanding figure. The flags are, a perfect touch to kind of make him feel authentic from the game. If you're a Bioshock fan, you're really going to love this piece. There's the packaging. Bioshock Infinite, Motorized Patriot. The huge clamshell. Go ahead and turn it around. And the beautiful artwork of Bioshock Infinite features a interchangeable head. So my biggest complaint for NECA is probably not really their fault. Maybe it's a little bit of licensing. Maybe it's their fault. I don't really know. But where's Booker DeWitt? I want my Booker DeWitt figure. Why is it that, we're almost a year after the game came out and we only have our third figure finally being released? I know Toy Fair is coming up, so hopefully we'll see some more then. I'm hoping, I know that Bioshock Infinite has kind of wound down a little bit. There's hopefully going to be more DLC, but I would really like to see a Booker DeWitt figure. That's really my main one that I'm looking for. Maybe a Comstock or some other guys, I guess. I mean, there's really a lot of iconic type of enemies in that game too, so there's really a lot of opportunity, and hopefully we'll see that at Toy Fair coming up. I paid $37.99 for this at my local Newbury Comics, so if this is the type of thing you've been looking for, if you've been kind of following it in its development, and you're ready to go ahead and get your hands on one of the Motorized Patriots, it is out and about now. I don't know if it's going to be at Toys R Us or places like that. I would imagine it would, because all the other figures were for all the Bioshock games. So be on the lookout at Toys R Us too. In any event, I'm really happy with it, other than the very, 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 very minimal complaint about the arms posing and the gun being held. But I'm sure they did the best they could, and I hope everybody enjoyed. We'll catch you later. See ya.